Hello everyone, and welcome to the Vainglory Collegiate Star League Playoffs. My name is Tasty Bacon, and I will be your host and caster for tonight. We have two semifinals matchups ahead for you tonight. The first one will be getting underway in just a couple of moments. Second one will be happening a little bit later on tonight. But first up, we do have teams representing the Eastern region. It is the members from Rentschler Polytechnical Institute, and from the Western region, it is a team from American River College. Both of these teams have made it obviously very deep in the season. This is the semifinals. It's just one matchup here, one best of three, and then one more best of three stands between you and the championship of the first ever Collegiate Star League Vainglory season. So there's a lot on the line tonight. One of these teams is undefeated, one only has a single loss. So this could go either way. Neither of these teams have played each other yet in the season because we do keep the East and West separate until we do get to these playoffs. So a lot going to be on the line for this one. It should be a really exciting matchup, and we've got both teams actually in the lobbies ready to go. So once we finish kind of doing a little bit of breakdown, a little bit of introduction for those of you who may be new to the Collegiate Star League, we'll be getting ourselves right on into this first game. So for anyone who doesn't know, Collegiate Star League is, well, it's a collegiate league. All these players go to a same school and then register as a team from their school, and that's why, like I said, it's American River College and Rentschler Polytechnical going against each other here tonight in our first semifinal of the day. The teams then compete, or did compete, in a 5-week season. There were 5 teams from each region, from the East and West, that were going head to head. You played every team in your region once and had one bye week in order to get those standings that you're seeing rotate on through the screen right now. And then the top 3 teams from each region were then put into the playoff bracket, which you can find over at cstarleague.com. You can navigate over to the Vainglory section. You can find the bracket posted over there. The top team from each division was given a first round bye, which was that round that we had previously before we took a short break for the Vainglory World Championships, and now we are back here to get the semifinals underway. We're down to 4 teams remaining from the original 10. And so, without any further ado, we're going to take a very brief break, just real quick, get a little bit of shout out to one of our sponsors, and when we come back, we will be starting off the draft for game number 1 of this best of 3 series.
Ben, Sam, and Ken are on separate journeys to defeat the menacing Vile Dragon. But let's just say luck isn't on their side. If only there was a way for them to find each other and band together. Well, that's why there's Band. It's a mobile app that allows people to come together using common interests. With Band, you can find fellow gamers, chat, schedule gaming sessions, and conduct polls. Stage epic battles with friends while sharing videos and photos along the way. So try Band today. Band. Be together.
Alright, so we are back. We're just getting the final confirmation from the players, and as soon as they announce that they are ready, we'll be jumping on in. We got a couple readies coming up, and there we go. Yep, everyone is ready. So, as just waiting for our admin to start us off, and we are underway with game number 1 of this semifinal matchup. Best of 3. Once again, it is Rentschler Polytechnical Institute on the red side, and it will be American River College on the blue side as we jump right on into things. So keeping in mind, we are playing on the most recent patch. This is the patch that the World Championship was played on. It's the patch that these players have had plenty of time to practice and get their footing on. As we do see, it's going to be a Lyra and Kestrel band away. Not too surprising there. Those are two very, very common bands, especially nowadays. And Well, Lance going to be coming out. Those were actually the top 3 heroes in terms of pick and ban at the very recent Vainglory World Championship. So no surprise to see them be the top 3 here in this collegiate matchup. Now is where things get interesting, as there's a lot of options available, and Finn is going to be the first pick here for RPI. It's one of the few picks that we did not see at the World Championship, so interesting to see RPI actually put quite a bit of priority onto that roamer. Going to be adding a Celeste to go along with it. I'm actually really surprised that we didn't see any Finn at the World Championship. I feel like Finn is still a very strong hero. I think it's just there was so much emphasis on mobility, and that was maybe why Finn didn't come out. There's going to be the Krull answer for the side of American River, and then a Sky for Joker. And that's definitely a comfort pick going over there, as they have a lot of familiarity with that pickup. It'll be interesting to see if it's going to be a Crystal or a Weapon Sky, but Petal coming out as the final pick there for RPI. That's definitely a more unconventional pick, we'll say. Did have some great success at Worlds. We'll see if they can match that level of success here in the C-Star League playoffs, as we'll be loading on to the fold here in just a moment. Once again, the teams: American River College, Liberation X on the blue side, taking on Rentschler Polytechnical Institute, which is, I believe their team name is simply Team, if I'm not mistaken. I'll actually double check that right now as we get on into this one. It is Rentschler Polytechnical Institute Team. Very creative and group of individuals over there to come up with that one. But on the rosters, we didn't really get to go over the rosters too much. It is Status and E36 as the jungler and roamer for American River, with Joker going up into the lane with this Sky pickup. Meanwhile, going up against Joker in the lane will be Atso for RPI, and then their jungle and roam duo is Sathanis and Zero Max. However, we do have a little bit of a skirmish going on down here in the jungle. Not really too much going to come from this one. It's just a little bit of damage being dealt, especially to Zero Max. However, Atso, as he tries to make his way back up into the lane, is going to be taking a little bit of punishment. So a good job by RPI to make sure that they don't get their jungle invaded on and stolen away right off the bat. And actually, Sathan is able to answer a good bit of damage onto Joker. The early game of this one, definitely you do have to favor RPI a bit, but right now, that gank coming in from Status being enough to get the first kill of the game. I was just going to say, Petal and Finn a little bit stronger early on than perhaps the Krull pickup is for the jungle, but Status, we all know, is very aggressive, and even though he's playing a little bit more of a passive roamer, he's not going to be allowing this to be anything close to a passive game, as they do go ahead and steal away some of RPI's jungle. Now Sathanis is going to get found a bit here, but trying to just wait for the safety of his teammates. However, Joker is making rotation while Atso is staying in lane, and that will be another kill going over to American River, as they're going to hunt down Zero Max. That will be a third kill on the game, and there's just, again, no real response coming out from the members of RPI. I mean, Atso is getting some time to farm this lane by himself, but that's really about it. And even with that solo time, is still actually, just behind Joker in terms of CS. It's only by 1, but Joker is about to get a very large minion wave to add to his coffers, and Atso is about to fall. Another gank coming out from the members of American River, as they are able to find a 4th kill now early on. This has just kind of been the story of the season for American River. They have dominated all opposition, and they are looking to just do the same here against RPI. They've got 5 kills now in just 3 minutes, and it's already a case where this entire jungle seems to belong to the members of American River. Status and E36 are just such a dominant duo here in the Collegiate Star League. Not many of their opposition have been able to really have any sort of showing against them, let alone a strong showing. Sathanis going to be wandering out and realizes, okay, my entire jungle's gone. Let's see if I can get anything. Just trying to get some damage down on the Status, but E36 says, get away from my carry. Knocks him into the wall with that Githian wall, and Status says, I'll follow this one up with a kill. Even 2 on 3, they don't even care. They are still going to be able to find both of those carries, and it's just Zero Max left. Zero Max does have Status very low, but Status going to be healing up as he is this Krull. Every stack makes him a little bit tougher to kill, and they find the third one. 2 on 3, American River able to find all 3 kills. No ace, as it did take quite a bit of time to take down Zero Max, but again, even after taking that fight, not getting an ace, they're still sticking around in this jungle. Status using the abilities of Krull in order to keep himself topped up, but Sathanis, oh boy. There's just not much you can do when you fall this far behind this early in the game. As you can see, I mean, Status doesn't even have that much of a CS lead. It's only 16 to 11, but already 7 kills to his name on this Krull. E36 and Status just completely shutting out Sathanis right now. It's just going to get worse and worse as this game goes on, it seems. 9-0 currently in favor of American River. Joker is at risk of going down here, but he should be able to play safe enough so that Atso cannot get to him. And that's the other thing, that all of this pressure being put on in the jungle, and well, now as it rotates up to the lane, oh my goodness, already a reflex block used there from Status, blocks out the stun, finds another kill for the team. And, well, Sathanis, you're going to be sort of on your own here. Does get rooted, and Status just waits on the other side of the wall for him. Really smart play from American River, saying, you know what, either he's going to die to the lance or he's going to jump over the wall right into the waiting arms of the Krull. And, I mean, it's when you're in a situation like this, like what RPI is in, it's tough to really get anything going because you start to feel desperate. You start to try and make desperate moves, and those typically end up adding on to more and more deaths. You can already see Broken Myth completed for Joker in the lane. Status is just not even caring about the fact that there are opponents here. He finishes off taking that minion mine. Now Sathanis will be the target. And this is what I'm talking about. There's nothing that the members of RPI can do here. They are just already so far behind. It's a 3,000 gold lead 6 minutes into this. And Status just going to be continuing to extend this lead. Atso will get hit up in the lane. The From Hell's Heart actually doesn't connect, but it doesn't really matter either because that is the 13th kill of the game, 6.5 minutes in. And, I mean, it's I'd like to say that this is just American River playing absolutely ridiculously, but this is kind of what they've done all season long. They were 4-0, 5-0 if you count the bye week in the regular season, and they are looking to continue their unbeaten streak. They have not dropped even a single game during this time that they have been winning every series they've been in, and it doesn't look like they're about to start now. 13-0, 7 minutes in. Just about 2 kills a minute, and maybe looking to add on to that as they again come charging into the lane. It's just Status and E36 again, 2 versus 3, and they just don't even care. Solar Storm comes out, and it pretty much tickles Status and E36 as they can continue this chase. Atso will be able to get away for now, but they just put a little bit more damage on. Status going right underneath the turret. Says, you know what, I have some weakness stacks up. Let's see if we can get the kill with that Spectral Smite, but doesn't quite have the damage there in order to finish it off. Oh, Atso. This may be the end of Atso as he gets rooted, gets stunned by the huge boomerang, and that's another kill. Joker actually picking that one up. This is getting out of hand in a hurry. Joker 1v1 against Sathanis immediately kills out all of those minions, and that leaves Petal with pretty much nothing going on for her. It's a weapon Petal, so the minions aren't quite as important as they would be with a crystal Petal, but It doesn't really seem to matter how this pedal was going to build. It wasn't going to be working out against this Krull and Lance duo of Joker and E36. As they just continue to put pressure on the second turret here. I mean, this is kind of all they have to do. Just continuously choke out their opponents, not allow them any sort of footing back into this game. You've got Krull soloing out the gold miner at the moment. 8 minutes, almost 9 minutes into this one. Sathanas is going to get here in time, but actually not in time because of the Spectral Smite. I was going to say in time just to see it go down. But now actually baiting out Status, trying to juke him around, jumps over the wall, but there's the movement speed from Status, and he gets onto his target. He's got more than enough damage, and Sathanas trying to just stay alive as long as possible. Those weakness stacks continue to build up. It is a kill going over to the side of RPI, though, as they do manage to take down Joker. But, oh, there's the stun from Hell's Heart under the turret. Again, Status just doesn't even care about these turrets right now. 651 damage on that Spectral Smite. Very nearly falls to the turrets as he was tanking up 2 turrets simultaneously, but still finds that kill. 13-0-4 on the Krull. Actually, he's picking up a Stormguard banner. That's just going to allow him to take objectives even easier. See if they do it at that 15-minute mark. You know, very likely expect the Krull to try and solo out the Kraken, and shouldn't really have much of an issue doing so. Meanwhile, taking a look over at the side of RPI, I mean, Celeste is pretty heavily far behind. 46 to 112 in terms of the CS. Look at the items completed. You've got a Eve of Harvest, and that's about it for tier 3s, whereas Joker is sitting on an Eve of Harvest and the Broken Myth completed. So there's a definite lead there. Big leads, really, it's just across the board for American River as they've now found another fight. E36 is not going to hit with that Impale. This could actually be a chance for RPI to try and turn this one around, but this is all, again, a 2-on-3. Joker not being involved, just busy pushing that lane in. He'll now throw out that forward barrage and take Sathanas down to about half health almost instantly. E36 is pretty low. Joker, though, is making the move. Suri strikes onto the back lines, takes down Atso, and now Sathanas will be the next target. He's going to fall as well. Are they going to really go for this huge dive underneath into the base past 2 turrets? They pick up the ace. And now with that, Status will be able to take that tier 2 turret. They're going to take this tier 3 as well with these ace buff minions before Atso can even get here to stop it. He's going to just be kind of being another sacrifice to the gods that are American River College, because they have found yet another kill. Petal is going to be taken extremely low. Zero Max does get that pull into the base. That'll at least keep Petal alive for now, but all 3 lane turrets destroyed. 11, almost 12 minutes into this one. We're still looking at just about 2 kills per minute for American River as they are up 22-1. That lone death, the sole blemish on an otherwise perfect game that they have put together thus far. We're still 3 minutes away from Kraken spawning. I don't even think that they're going to need that objective. They should honestly be able to just group up right now, find themselves a fight, and look to push in, trying to end the game. They found a fight even just as 2. That is Sathanas down once more. Atso is going to be the next target. Does not get put into the wall, but gets rooted up. And should be going down here. There is the kill. Lance finishing that one off. They're not going to be able to take down Zero Max. Just takes, he's a little too close to the base in order to actually fall here. But this next wave of minions, we'll see. Does American River want to try and push this? Do they want to try and end this one before Kraken spawns? Looks like they're going to play it relatively safe now. Sathanas, 1 Suri strike just did almost half of Sathanas' health. That's just absolutely disgusting, the amount of damage coming out of Joker right now. Zero Max can't tank it up. Sathanas is going to get stunned. Thankfully does not get hit by much of that forward barrage. Otherwise we may have been looking at another kill. But Joker is 1v3 right now and is just sort of doing fine, holding his own. Now will be forced out of the base, but Zero Max is forced to go back and heal. The rest of the team busy just clearing out this jungle again, ensuring that there is no hope for the members of RPI to come back in this one. Sathanas is going to be taken down. Joker looking to just have a 1v3 excursion in the base. Does go down for the second time this game, but there's not really much that is going to come off of that. It is a nice shutdown gold going over to members of RPI. Atso was able to finish off that broken myth, but we get closer and closer to that Kraken. I feel like that is just exactly what American River are waiting for. They just want to get that objective, be able to push in without really any worries, and just close out the game from there. So instead, they're just going to be perfectly happy to set up little ambushes if the members of RPI do try and step out too far from their base. They're going to be eating a fistful of Lance and Krull. There's going to be the From Hell's Heart. It hits onto Sathanas. Can they get the follow-up, though? Sathanas is actually going to be hunted down by Status now. E36 will impale Atso. Gets the Githing Wall stun as well. Can Status actually get enough movement speed to get onto this one? Does get a couple of weakness stacks, and these impales just going to continue coming out. Githing Wall doesn't actually knock anyone away, but Status has a lot of stacks built up. Not enough to get the kill. And they will only settle for the one. But we are now just 15 seconds away from the Kraken spawning. I'm kind of surprised Status isn't already making his way towards the Kraken. It looks like Joker wants to get this kill. They will take down Atso. Zero Max and Sathanas are still up now, though. Zero Max, I guess, would be still up, where Sathanas is just coming back up. And Joker's going to get pulled into the Sanctuary. Still getting out alive for now, but he does go down. From Hell's Heart gets used. He hits onto the fin, but as you know, he can't be stunned. He's just going to get silenced for a little bit there and slowed down even more so than he already is. But Kraken is up. Kraken is available. I would expect Status to make his way over towards this objective and start working on taking it down. I mean, he is a Krull, has an alternating current, going for that crystal power Krull, and some tankiness. Should actually be able to solo out the Kraken if he were to go for it. But it looks like they're just going to play this a little bit safer, maybe getting worried now that Joker has given 3 kills over 2 RPI. Highly doubt that they're worried, being up 27-3, having a 10,000 gold lead. From Hell's Heart connects onto Sathanas, and the poor Petal is going to get squashed. Atso will get stunned into the corner of the wall. Nice forced accord will actually pull Status off of Atso, but E36 should actually be able to solo that one out. We'll get some help from Joker, and Status just says, okay, you want to pull me away from your team? I will just start working on you. Zero Max gets taken down to about half health, but again, the Fin just a little bit too tanky to be able to be brought down there. So American River 16.5 minutes in. I'm actually now very surprised that they have not made a move for the Kraken just to solidify the end of the game. Or is it instead just going to be continuing to take away jungle camps and build up this lead even further? Joker just flexing all over Sathanas is going to find that kill. Zero Max taking a lot of damage from this forward barrage as well. I don't know if it's going to be enough for the kills. They are on the Sanctuary now, but it does mean that Status and E36, they're going to start working on one of these turrets, but they don't have any minions, so they don't have the ability to break through that barrier. However, Atso going to get hit up by the From Hell's Heart. Stuns him up. That will keep him locked down plenty long for another kill. And American River looks like they're just kind of toying with their food at this point. 31-3. And I mean, this is just kind of uncomfortable to watch almost. That's how heavy the control from American River College has been. They may be sending a message to their potential finals opponent here, as they have this massive, massive lead and are still just not looking to end the game. And it gets to a point where you really do just have to, like, you're just kind of displaying bad sportsmanship at a point. You know, and I feel like American River, they may be getting close to that point if they haven't already passed it. They've had plenty of opportunities to take this Kraken and end the game, or to just try and push in and end the game, but they have not done so yet. They haven't really been able to get many aces, and I wonder if that's maybe what they're waiting for, but there's no reason for them to be waiting for an ace. It's kind of at a point where they can do literally whatever they feel like on the fold. And looks like they're trying to set up for another push into the base. That's going to be Atso actually getting back to the Sanctuary. Zero Max and Sathanas should be able to do the same. And it's just kind of stalling out this push a little bit. Now, minions getting cleared out. I mean, RPI, they're doing a good job of clearing the minions off of their base so that these turrets are not getting this barrier stripped down. Joker is going to get taken a lot of damage, but Sathanas gets stunned up by a big boomerang shot from the Krull. And Atso doing everything that they can on this Celeste to try and save their turrets. But once again, it looks like American River College are getting the better of this. However, Joker's going to recall, was taken down pretty low on the backside of the base here. Status finally just working on these turrets. E36 and him will be able to take down one of them. However, it looks like they're retreating out of the base once more. One turret left standing between them and victory here in game number 1. Let's see what they can do. There's going to be another stun, another impale, another Githian wall. Atso just getting completely locked down is going to fall. Sathanas will be the next target. E36 has been taken awfully low, but is not going to be taken down. Will eventually fall here, but Sathanas will go down as well. And it's just Status and Zero Max left here in the base, as Joker is just clearing out the jungle, I guess, because they definitely need more gold, apparently. Pretty much full item builds for everyone on the side of American River. You've got really just one item left in each inventory that is not a tier 3 or dedicated for an item. A vision item, I should say. And they are finally going to go ahead and start up this Kraken. 20 minutes into this one. Definitely a game that has gone on about 5 minutes longer than it had any right to already. 34-4 Status, Joker, and E36 in absolute command of the semi-final match. Game 1. Well, with Kraken pushing in, they should be able to just end this game. They're not even going to wait for Kraken before looking for a fight. They're getting themselves onto Atso. Atso's going to fall. They just do not have the damage to deal with these two members of American River. Zero Max will get to the Sanctuary to heal up. Status, he's just going to tank up this turret while the rest of the team does finally get here. Takes it down. Kraken is just now starting to get into the base, but the crystal is exposed. And Status, E36, and Joker will go ahead and find one more kill, perhaps, before ending this one. Nope, they can't quite get the kill as Sathanas gets to the Sanctuary. And Kraken getting onto the crystal means that the game will mercifully be over. 35-4 in 21.5 minutes. American River College showing once again that they are the dominant force in the Collegiate Star League Vainglory. There's only one team really left that has not faced them and is still sitting at undefeated over on their side of the divisions, but they'll be playing a little bit later on today, seeing if they can get themselves a spot in the finals against what will very likely be American River. It's not confirmed yet. There is one more game that they have to win, as this is a best of 3. But game 1, very, very, very decisively going over to American River College. So with that, we're going to take a very short break. And when we do come back, we will have game number 2 of this best of 3 in semifinals action of Collegiate Star League Vainglory.
Only $14.99.
Don't miss the call. Download Band. Communication made easy.
All right, everyone, we are back and getting underway for game number 2 of this best of 3. American River won game 1 very handily. We'll see if they can have a similar success here in game number 2 as they have all season long. It is American River versus Rensselaer Polytechnical Institute. Game number 2 of this best of 3 semifinals matchup. And well, we are already underway with the draft. We do have Ozo being banned away. I guess that's members of RPI saying that they want to leave some power picks open or just want to have some fun with this one because of how dominant game number 1 was for American River. American River does ban away the Lyra Glaive first pick. Not too sure. I think that kind of solidifies the fact that RPI are just looking to have some fun. Kashka Gwen will be the first 2 picks for the side of American River. We'll see what does get answered here by the members of RPI. The Sky and Saw. Glaive, Sky, Saw. Not sure if they're going to be looking to do a rush down here or if they are going to have the Glaive roam or the Saw port. Either way, it should be interesting to say the least as we are getting ready to get into game number 2 of this best of 3. And it will be the Lance as the final pick for American River. So, looks like RPI going to try and catch C. They are going to be looking for a little bit of damage onto this turret as well. Sathanis on the Saw. It's looking like a Crystal Saw and a Weapon Sky. Both of these 2 picks are extremely late-oriented. I don't know, I don't feel like against American River, like going for the late game is really in your best interest as they win so hard in the early game. Sathanis gonna be falling here. Status takes a lot of damage. It's gonna be likely waiting for those cooldowns before going right back in onto Atso. Joker's gonna show up as well. Zero Max is not gonna be able to get out of this either, and it is another ace for American River. They're going to get that healing and get those ace buff minions in the lane that Sathanis should be able to take care of with that suppressing fire. But you can't get all of them, and now Joker, E36 status, they're here to take another turret and perhaps another kill. Less than 5 minutes in, 2 turrets are down. That is just absolutely incredible speed. Zero Max is going to fall here. Can they get this 3rd kill onto Atso, find themselves another ace? They don't want to go diving underneath the turret in order to find out. And so, 14-1 at just 5 minutes into the game. We are looking at almost 3 kills a minute this time around for American River. 2 turrets already destroyed. It's just more of the same for Liberation X. As no one that they have faced has really given them any sort of problems here in the Collegiate Star League. So hopefully, well, assuming they close this one out and get to the finals, hopefully their finals opponent will be able to put up a bit of a stronger fight than, you know, well, anyone they have faced thus far in the regular season and now in the playoffs. But Atso going to be trying to strike over the wall, can't quite get there. Zero Max does get that afterburn. That's a little bit late. Here comes Joker, going to be slowing up Zero Max. Sathanis, meanwhile, is going to fall to E36 on this Lance, and there we go. An ace will come through after Yummy Catnip Frenzy goes down. However, there will be a return kill, a shutdown onto Status, as that turret did do enough damage to take him out. Atso is back up to try and defend against these ace buff minions, but Joker, E36, and a big old wave of ace buff minions should be able to take down this tier 3 turret. 6.5 minutes into this game, they already have a tier 3 down. Looks like they are not going to be wasting their time in this one, not extending. Hopefully they don't extend this game out to 20 minutes. If it takes them 14 minutes in order to get those final 2 turrets with the lead that they have built up, well then, I don't know. I will be extremely upset with American River College at that point, but they don't seem to be looking to just stall this game out. They are putting pressure on. They are constantly taking these objectives. We'll see if they can find another fight here. Atso's going to be the target. He takes a lot of damage now. Sathanis will get absolutely chunked. Zero Max falls as well, and it is another ace 20 kills in 7 minutes, and it looks like American River, they had a significantly drawn-out game in game number 1. Here in game number 2, they are looking to close this out very, very early. 7.5 minutes. Zero Max is down, and so is Stathanis and Atso. A final ace to end things here. 8 minutes into this game. Not even 8 minutes, as they get the Crystal Destruction at 7 minutes and 47 seconds. American River, they were done fooling around. They close this one out quick and clean and take the victory on the series. American River College Liberation X, they will be your first finalist for the Vainglory Collegiate Star League first ever season. And they will be playing, I believe, next week now for a chance at that prize money, the scholarship money that you earn for finishing in first place. I do not recall the actual amount off the top of my head. It was on that intro video way back at the beginning of the stream. And, well, there you have it. That was a very dominant performance, as we've come to know and expect from American River. So, like I said, they punched their ticket to the finals, and now they can sit back and watch as in a little bit later, about a little over an hour from now, we will be having our second semifinal matchup coming up between UC Merst, who American River is familiar with, having actually been able to defeat them in the final week of the regular season. And the opponents for UC Merst is actually the University of Florida, who went undefeated in the Eastern region. So if Florida is able to pick up a win there, we will have a battle of the unbeatens for the championships, which is, I'm sure, what everyone is really looking forward to. We'll see if it happens. But for now, that's going to do it for this first semifinal matchup. Don't go anywhere, though. Well, I guess you can go anywhere. You got about an hour, but make sure you're back here in about an hour for the second semifinal matchup of University of Florida taking on UC Merst. You will not want to miss it. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and I hope to see you all again in, well, like I said, about an hour.
Select.